Juan is an employee who occasionally comes to the office. In doing so, he must do it safely and securely to ensure his personal well-being. Citrix offers a compelling experience around employee health and safety when returning to the office. Let's show you how. Hello, Juan. Welcome.
Hey, Hector. How's it going?
I hear you're coming into the office tomorrow. Can you show us your preparation for the return to the office?
Absolutely. I'll give you an overview. So, I've been at Citrix for about a year and a half now, and I'm relatively healthy. But my grandparents are coming into town in 2 weeks to celebrate my grandma's 90th birthday. And if I'm going to be headed into the office, I need to ensure that I'm being as cautious and careful as possible in order to avoid catching COVID-19 and bringing it back home to my family. And since I'm headed into the office, not only do I need to be safe, but I also need to feel safe so I can be productive and effective while doing my work. The night before going in, I remember JP and I agreed to meet in person tomorrow for a design project we've been working on. JP mentioned booking the dream room for tomorrow, so it's looking like we can meet there. Now, I'm not too sure where that dream room actually is, so I'll head to my workspace, open up Find People and Places, and then under Find Room, I'm going to be typing in that dream room name. Once it pops up, I'll go ahead and click on it, and then I'll get a direct view of where that room is, along with what building and floor plan it's a part of. I can also leverage the Wayfinder to get routed from the elevator to the room if I get lost at any point. Now, if I switch over to the COVID map view, it'll now show that same floor plan, but now it's going to highlight which areas and which workstations are available and which ones are unavailable in order to maintain social distancing. And now that I have an idea of where JP and I are going to be collaborating at, I can reserve a workstation nearby. It's looking like this one's available, so I'll go ahead and click on it and select check in, check out. Now, instead of checking in now, I'm going to be reserving this space for later, tomorrow. I'll go ahead and enter a label for the reservation, then select when I want to reserve it for. So, all day tomorrow. Then when I hit submit, that workstation is now going to be reserved. So I was able to simplify these tasks that normally would require me to be either in person or on my laptop with a bunch of different applications open. But now with the Citrix Workspace, I can do all these tasks right from my phone before I even go to bed. Now, in the morning, before I head into the office, Citrix has me run through a COVID self-assessment test. This is done not only to ensure my safety, but the safety of everyone else in the office. That way, employees who are more likely to have contracted COVID-19 are encouraged to stay home. So on my workspace, I go ahead and open up my COVID-19 self-certify app and self-certify. Now, while I'm having my morning coffee and getting ready to head into the office, I notice, Hector, you just texted me. Let's go ahead and check what it says. Schedule a 15-minute meeting to review the Project Genie presentation you and JP have been working on. Loving that emoji use, Hector. Sure, I'll get right on that. So this time I'm going to be heading to scheduling, and then I'm going to be scheduling a meeting. I'll go ahead and input a start and end date range for that meeting. Since Hector's pretty busy, I'll make that range a little bigger. Type in Hector's name under the attendee list, and then I'll change that meeting duration to 15 minutes like Hector asked. Then when I hit submit, the calendar is going to give me some time options based on attendee availability. It's going to ensure no conflicts are going to ensue. Once I agree on a time for that meeting, I'll then input a subject and body for that calendar invite. So it's regarding Project Genie, and then it's going to be a Microsoft Teams meeting to review that presentation. Then it's going to ask me whether or not I want to create that Microsoft Teams meeting alongside that invite. So I'll go ahead and check that box. Now, the great thing about this is I used to have to open up another application in order to schedule a meeting, but now it can be done right within my workspace. And now that that meeting's booked, I'm now ready to head into the office, so I jump in my car and I can drive on over. Now, once arriving and parking at my building, I'll then proceed to get my certificate of approval ready to show it to the security guard. So on my workspace, I open up my activity feed, show them that big green OK, and I'm now free to enter the building. And now that I've taken a look at the building floor plans and know where my workstation meeting rooms will be located at throughout the day, I won't have to wander aimlessly around the building trying to find an open workstation or a room. This in turn avoids having unnecessary contact with others. Luckily, with Citrix, I can do all these tasks right from my workspace on my phone before even stepping foot in the office. then when I do come in, I'll have the peace of mind knowing I'll have a safe and physical space in the office that I can work at. And now I'm off to plan my grandma's 90th birthday. Thanks. Back to you, Hector.
Thank you, Juan. Enjoy the party and stay safe tomorrow. It sure is nice to see someone headed back to the office. I'm sure we are all looking forward to that day. Juan's demonstration highlighted the power of Citrix Workspace with intelligence. All the functionality you saw is possible with Workspace Standard and ADC. He was able to show multiple flavors of our micro apps and connectors during this exercise. You saw out-of-the-box micro apps, you saw integration with Compass to map the office, and completely customized micro apps tailored to his company's health check-ins and requirements. I know there are many developers in the audience that are extending our platform through connectors and micro apps. We welcome you to the community and are glad to see you are creating new ways to extend revenue streams with Citrix.